Well, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a crazy non-prismatic build that first lock all adds on their place, second stun champions with abilities only, third have insane grenade regeneration, fourth work in all seasons. So I have made this build before but it's so good now in this season because of the artifact mod. The reason no one's talk about this is because of the domination of prismatics in all characters. But if you want to enjoy other builds like Stasis, then go give this build a try. And before we continue, I want to thank you so much for clicking on my video, and I hope you like what you see. To like and subscribe to my channel, maybe comment anything you like and what do you think about this build in the comment section below. So let's jump to the build. Starting up with our aspects, we are going to use ice flare bolts, which when shattering frozen targets will create seekers that track and freeze nearby enemies. Second one, which the build depends on, is Bleak Watcher, which charging the grenade to create stasis turret to slow and freeze targets. For the fragments, we are running Whisper of Torments, which when we take damage, we get more grenade energy cooldown, about 7%, and it gets even better if you have Frost Armor, as the grenade regen goes up to 12%. Second fragment is Whisper of Durance, which increases the duration of your abilities like Bleak Watcher turrets, and the freeze for the enemies have increased duration, so you can control more as at the time, and you will get like better benefits for controlling rooms full of ads. The third fragment is Whisper of Shards, which shattering a stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate, and shattering additional crystals will increase the duration. And I will explain why this is so strong after a bit. Note that shattering the crystal while you have this fragment grants 500% additional basic grenade regeneration. That rate for 6 seconds up to 11 seconds, depending on the number of shatters you create. And the last fragment is Whisper of Fissures, which the size and the damage of the shattering the crystals. Now let's go to our exotics. First one is our weapon choice, which is the build is all about, and it's the exotic bow, Virgilus Curve. So what this bow does is when you defeat an enemy, you can throw a stasis crystal if you hit fire shot, and you can create more as you defeat more enemies. Like if you defeated 5 enemies, then your next hip fire shot will create 5 crystals. For the exotic armors, we will be using the Omnimancy gloves, which give you 2 grenade charges if you use the Seek Grenade, and improve the capabilities by seeking enemies further with more target acquisition. But we will be using it for creating 2 stasis turrets at the same time to lock full room of ads in their places. Now I'm going to explain how this build works for all seasons, then I'm going to explain why it's better and strong this season. For all seasons, when you get to group of ads, you throw your turrets, they will freeze enemies, then you shoot them with Virgilus Curve, so you will have stasis crystals from hipfire shot. You hipfire the shot and like you throw the crystal near them, and when you destroy it, the stasis crystals will do good damage to enemies nearby and give you grenade recharge rate and the energy back at insane rates. You will always defeat enemies and control the room. Create crystals shattering and freezing everything with turrets, which basically you will have all the time. Your fragments are helping you all the time, like Whisper of Fissures, creating bigger explosions and damage. Duration increases from Whisper of Durance for freezed enemies, and you get grenade energy back from taking damage from ads from Whisper of Torrents. Now, why this season this build is really overpowered is the artifact mod. We have a lot of stasis mods, and the first one I want to talk about is Wind Chill, which rapidly stasis precision hits, grants you frost armor, and when you use the bow, you will easily get the precision hits. So you will always have more resistance depending on how much stacks you have, up to 5 times. As I said in the last fragment, if you have more frost armors, you will get more grenade energy back. Second mods that make this even stronger is Hail of Storm, which basically shattering crystals will create bigger explosions, either higher damage, and we can boost that by creating tonics to make it even better. Like, this wasn't already good enough, so to continue we are going to use Crystalline Converter, which gathering stasis shards to gain stacks that make your melee abilities create crystals equal to the number of stacks you have, and you can boost that also to make Virgus Curve Final Blows. After doing a class ability spawn, Stasis Crystal Shards, then we are going to use Brain Freeze. So when we freeze targets, they become surrounded by Chilling Fog, which makes any nearby enemies slowed and freeze by the time, which is insane. For other mods, you can use whatever you like, depending on your weapon choice. I do like VS Velocity Payton from Whisper Host Dungeon with attrition orbs, so I can collect them and use mods that improve grenade regen, which I will talk about soon. And the most important thing of this build is to have high disciplines to have grenade all the time. We can improve grenade regen by orbs and mods like Font of Focus on Gauntlet and Intervention on Leg Armor, which reduces your grenade cooldown. Also, as one orb grants grenade cooldown by 10%, and it can go up to 15% by using 3 mods. Like if you have this mod, you can use the GL, you can get up to 30% of your grenade by one shot, then use Bomber at a class item to get grenade energy when you use your class ability. One mod will give you 12%, and it can go up to 20% if you use 3 mods for Bomber on the class item. So how this build works: you throw your turrets, you freeze targets, you hit them with Virgus Curve, then you hip fire the shot near enemies to create a crystal, then you shatter it. It does a good damage. The shatter will stun unstoppable champs, while your turret will stun the overload champs. You get your grenade energy back so fast with orbs and shatters and taking damage and your ability, then keep going like crazy. I love this build. I did solo GMs with it, which I will link in the description down below. I hope you enjoy this build. You really need to give it a try. It's totally worth, but you need like to give it a bit of learning time to feel the sequence of using it and how to synergize it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, as it helps me a lot to keep doing good jobs and doing my best to provide good content for you. Tell me what do you think about this build in the comments. If you don't know what to comment, just type Stasis build so the video reaches to more people. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and take care.